Hello everyone, my name is Moji. You're watching a Bitcoin Bubble News channel. Let's get right to Bitcoin. Listen, this is a great move for Bitcoin, right? We need to give this some thought. Bitcoin is dropping, and the price is now around $61,000 for the day. It's crazy to see how much this has dropped. I need to show you how Bitcoin is currently moving through a descending channel once the price is confirmed. Let's go back and zoom in on this picture. But it's testing around $72,000 and moving towards $60,000. Support is seen at $61,000 by EDDKS, and Michael Navigrat sees a range between $1.55 and $1.75. There is a double top pattern that Marcus Thelen says could cause the price to drop to $1.50. If Bitcoin breaks out above the descending line, it could go all the way to $1.88. Even though prices could fall to $1.50, there is still a chance that they will rise to $1.88 if key trends hold. As Bitcoin tries the $1.60 support level, market volatility has grown. Since June 24th, Bitcoin has dropped 1.25%. Based on how things have gone in the past, this level could be a possible bottom. This week, economic data like US jobless claims, Q2 GDP, and PCE index data could have a bigger effect on Bitcoin's price. Big investors are still buying Bitcoin even though its value is going down. This shows that they believe it will have value in the future. The crypto fear and greed measure is at its lowest level since 2024. Price increases often happen before they happen. A market recovery is also possible because of whale accumulation and low sentiment. Big companies like MicroStrategy and Tesla bought a lot, which shows that people are once again confident in digital currencies. What we can see for sure is that we closed below. That was your first close below. This is the confirmation signal. You need to check to make sure it's not a fake out. It won't try to get you to stop out at your long or go short and then rip it the other way like they do in most college games. That's the main reason I came up with this plan. You want a second close below that low. What do you know? Oh no, I didn't get it here, I didn't get it here, I didn't get it here. I finally got it right here, and then boom, the bad news. People, it's amazing what this gets you or what it helps you understand. And the main thing it does is keep you safe. Whenever something breaks out, I often wonder if I should go low. Wait, it's still not possible. The price drops again and again. I feel like I'm glad I didn't fall for that one like everyone else did. In any case, Bitcoin has dropped a huge amount today and is now selling just above $61,000. It is moving up to a help level. Check out this help right here. So if we look at these highs, this last high was the spot ETF acceptance high before it dropped 20%. From there, we cut it all the way through this flat part to this low point. What do we get? That's $61,000 for us. That's where it hit. Is this a major or minor level now? To be honest, it's probably more of a small amount of support. What's the difference between major and minor? Majors give you faster bounces that last longer. Plus, they bounce more. Minors still give you jumps, but the bounces last less time with minor supports. That means it might only be a few days or a week or two before it breaks lower. As I said before, it's all about odds and knowing what's important and what's not. One more thing I teach in the series on winning trades, right? So a short-term bounce up might be what you're looking at. There is still a lot of risk though. This line that goes up is being broken. This was your way of getting back to when Bitcoin was worth about $38,000. From this low point to this one, that trend has now been broken. In the short run, that does make Bitcoin more likely to go down. Well, it's just a short-term little bounce, but in the next, say, 2 weeks, you'll probably be looking for more bad news. Watch for a bounce and then a rollover. There is a double bottom right now, which will give you some support around $56,000. But if you keep going down, the $50,000 level gets really exciting for me. I'm likely to buy Bitcoin down there if we can get it back to $50,000. There is a lot of support at this level, where the price has been moving sideways. Before, this high was $49,000. There are a lot of advanced levels there. Now let's quickly talk about Ethereum. Ethereum is going down. Also, let's quickly look at this from a technical point of view, okay? Let's look at the design on the chart. We had a break above this and a lot of chop going sideways, right? If we look at that, there is a lot of chop going sideways. Then it failed, didn't confirm, confirmed, failed. You now know it's a real breakdown and not just a trick. After that, this pattern forms. What do we know about how these patterns form? It looks like a bear. Okay, here it is, the flag design turned upside down. It tells you that the chances are that you'll go down. What does the price mean? It gets less. Where is your help? $3,100 to $3,150 and around that amount. There is a trend line that goes straight up through these lows. That is going to be your next help. In fact, that's a pretty good Ethereum backing. However, what's really interesting is that we're almost back to where we were when we first heard that the ETF would be passed. That's really cool. Again, this does show that money is getting scared. If you look at the stock market over the last, say, month, you'll see that it has been setting new records. Still, you should think about whether everything was going up or just one stock. Apple might give you two. The answer is that it's mostly a few stocks. That's why risk was going down in all but two names. This made Bitcoin and Ethereum kind of stop moving. Now, Nvidia is starting to fall, which is hurting these stocks. Remember that the only time I think Bitcoin will go down is if the stock market has a big drop. 15% to 20%, please. Bitcoin is in a lot of danger there. Besides that, I don't see anything else that would be a big risk right now. The stock market is the most important thing. Gold isn't changing much today, it's just bouncing around a bit. But I will say this, guys, on Friday the price action was amazing. Another great case of confirmation, or the lack of it. What do I mean? Here's your trend line that goes down, right? This way, right? You broke above it and closed above it. Do you know how many people probably bought gold right then because they thought this is a breakout, up-down trend line? Ask yourself, did it make sense? You don't go far though, wait until you hear back. Now, does that make you think you might miss a little bit? Sure, but you'll be safe. Being safe is very important. What takes place tomorrow? Clean up, getting rid of all the guys who went long. And now we're back inside this wedge shape, which is actually a bit of an upward sloping channel. This is the right kind of theme for us. How many times have we already gone over this today? This usually leads to more damage. Gold is what it is. No matter how much I like it in the middle and long run, I'm still seeing bearish signs from it. That's what I have to say. I'm not going to lie to you. Things are the way they are. Same thing with silver. The only thing that was different about silver was that you had this flag, which is slightly hopeful but still the same thing. You came all the way up here and were turned down. We need to hold this line, which goes back a ways, or you can come back in here. This is where I want to buy. In this area, we get one good flush, which is about 28 bucks on silver. I'm going to start nibbling on a long length silver because I still think the mid to long-term outlook is stable to positive. Oil was up a bit earlier today and was beginning to roll over. Guys, there's a lot of pushback up here. It's really hard to get into this top range. To this day, I still believe that in 6 months, oil will be much less than $70 a barrel, maybe even less. This is because I believe the US will slow down, and since the US is already making so much oil, not much will change. Should the US slow down, there will be way too much of this thing on the market. Just keep an eye on that.